Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 206 of the NZXT podcast, the official podcast of the NZXT community. This podcast is recorded live on Fridays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the official NZXT Twitch. It is available to stream on demand on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and SoundCloud. My name is Mike, and with me, as always, is Ivan. How are you doing, Ivan?
How it do, baby boo? Happy Friday. I'm not always with you. I'm sad I had to miss the chinchilla episode, but thank you for holding down the fort. I'm very excited for our special guest today, but before we introduce them, I just want to make one quick announcement, and that is we're doing a giveaway. So type exclamation giveaway in the chat if you are tuned in live right now on twitch.tv/NZXT, and you will get a link to a giveaway that allows you to win a coveted Poochie plush. And if you stick around until the end of the show, you will get a super secret word that will increase your chances at winning the plushie. There's also another giveaway going on brought to you by the NZXT Intel Club. You can type exclamation club in the giveaway and get a link. We're giving away a free PC. I think people like free computers, Mike, from what I've been told.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're also giving away a bunch of other NZXT Intel goodies, such as these guys, really big chippies. I didn't realize they had these giant ones, but we got those. T-shirts, FlyQuest gift cards, the list goes on and on. And if you're not tuned in live, you have no idea what the heck I'm talking about, just go to nzxt.co/club. All right, without further ado, Mike, please introduce our special guest for today.
All right, everyone, put your hands together. From the nuclear glow of the Commonwealth to the Mojave, our next guest has dedicated his life to a game series that stands above the rest. He's not just a fan, he's a true vault dweller, a scavenger of lore, and a curator of some of the most incredible Fallout memorabilia in the known universe. He's the guy who took his passion and single-handedly established a settlement in the vast wasteland of the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a huge welcome to ThatFalloutGuy. ThatFalloutGuy, please say hi to our audience and introduce yourself.
Hi, well, yep, I'm ThatFalloutGuy, as I've been introduced. I don't really know what to say about myself. I just do things and I record it and post it on the internet. Some of it's cosplay, some of it's collection stuff, show news, game news, crafting, like the TV back there. If you can see it, if you follow me, you've seen the TV plenty of times, I'm sure. Just bringing that Fallout universe to our universe.
You also like to visit PC hardware companies. That's actually how we met. You were a part of the very first NZXT HQ event that we ever had last April. And I'm curious, how was your experience visiting NZXT headquarters?
I didn't know what to expect. It was the first time you guys had done that, and I'm not sure anyone really had any expectations of what it was going to play out like. But it was really nice to actually get to see you guys in person, and being like 2 spots away from Johnny. Like, oh, that's the guy.
Were you the first one there? I think you were.
Yes, because I drove down from Bakersfield, and I'm like, I'm not going to be late to this.
Yeah, I remember.
Not a chance.
Sitting on the couch, and I was like, "Oh, he's here!" And you were like an hour early.
I was an hour early.
Yeah.
So
what stood out to you the most about the event, or even our office, that you were like, "Wow, I didn't realize that"? That's pretty...
I shouldn't have been as surprised as I was, but just the sheer amount of computers, and then of course the Fallout room. You didn't warn me about that. You didn't tell me, hey, we've got a Fallout room. So I wasn't mentally prepared for that. And then I to really fill out that room.
Yeah, you sent us a bunch of goodies that we ended up, really decorating that room much nicer than you left it. So you're gonna have to come back and check it out and see how we decorated the space because of you.
I expect that to continue growing even without my assistance.
I hope so. So we have a lot of questions to ask you, but we have to start with the obvious. How the heck did you first get into playing Fallout? Like what how did you play this game for the first time? Like what got you into it?
I think just like an EB games back in the day, and I'm just like, I've got a hankering for a new game, and I'm a baller on a budget with $20 in my pocket.
B.O.B.
Can't afford a new game, and I found Fallout 3 in the discount bin, and I'm like, what is this about? And I've read the back of the game. I'm like, post-apocalyptic. Okay, let's go. And I guess the rest is history.
Did you play on a console or did you play on PC first?
Definitely console. I've only been into PCs for like a couple of years now. I was just a diehard console, like Xbox all the way. Yeah, we've got, I don't know how many Xbox Ones and stuff like that in here, and Series X's. And then, yeah, I kind of evolved. I got made fun of because I wasn't joining the PC game here by my brother-in-law, and he's like, consoles suck. Why are you gonna stick to why are you so committed to consoles? I'm like, I don't like the having to constantly update and manually figure things out. And console, just turn it on, good to go. Maybe there's an update that it automatically rolls out, and set. I'm a simple man.
And we're just simps, right, Mike?
Yep.
What was it about Fallout that made you create this whole persona, around the game? You're the Fallout guy, like, or that Fallout guy. Like, what was it about the game that made you decide that?
I felt there was a lot in common between me and the game. Like, the game has that very overarching, like, dark, post-apocalyptic. There's just crudeness to it, and it's all balanced out with just comedic relief, just plugged in here and there, just quirky missions. And I felt like that really kind of related to me. Just, I'm not very optimistic. I'm fluent in sarcasm. So, if you know me, I try to just be funny whenever I can. And I just felt a connection to Fallout.
And then after finding that connection, was there a moment or a realization that made you just lean into Fallout 1,000% like you have?
When I started like posting about it, and I felt this connection with the community, I didn't know there was such a community and fandom behind Fallout. And it just became like a second family to me. And I just wanted to really lean into it. And, people are like, oh, you're doing some cool things. You're talking about collectibles. You're making some fun stuff. And I'm just like, all right, full send, let's go. This is me now. And this is my life.
You are that Fallout guy now.
I mean, how many years has it been since you first started playing? Like, what makes, like, what keeps Fallout fresh for you? Even after all these years, is it like modding? Is it just a community? Like, what keeps it so? What keeps your interest going for so long?
God, I think it's probably been at least 10 years since I picked up that copy of Fallout 3 from that discount bin. But it's definitely the community, and it seems like I'm still finding new corners of the community. Like, I think it was just last year, maybe 2 years ago, there was someone starting a fan film, like an animated fan. They shot out like casting, and so cool. I'll try voice acting just for the heck of it. And I sent in an audition. I tried out for a couple roles, and I got a couple little roles here and there.
What did you say? What was the sentence that you had to say in that edition?
Well, I got a couple sentences. I played a raider and then a Mothman cultist, and the fan film is still being animated. It's being made by, I think, one of the old animators from Machinima or whatever, what that YouTube channel was back in the day, Machinima.
Yes.
Can we pretend that you're auditioning for a movie right now, and I'll give you a line and you have to say it?
Why do I have to bring this up?
All right, I want you to say, FBI, everyone get down on the floor.
I need to know a little bit more about the character.
All right, the character is a FBI agent who is stopping a bank heist.
Just FBI get down, or
FBI, everyone get down on the floor.
Oh man. I mean, it's coming. Me being the cultist, I had to have like really like kind of Mothman kind of voice to it, and then you got the reader like, oh you mother, kind of grungy bit to it. So yeah, it's hard to just tap into an FBI agent without it just sounding like me.
All right, we'll have to come up with another movie for you then.
Yeah, different character. Give me something grungy.
Anyway, going back to the Fallout games, do you mod the games at all, like for any sort of visuals or gameplay? I know there's a fairly big modding community in Fallout, right?
Oh yeah.
There is, and I actually just downloaded the New Vegas Wildcard Wabajack mod pack that has like 1,300 mods, and I have yet to install it because I tried to install a very similar one for Skyrim on my wife's computer, and it turns out I'm not good at modding games or even installing them.
I was gonna say that's probably the reason why your GPU is running so hot. You were saying your GPU is running so hot. I was like, no wonder, man. You have 1,300 Fallout mods going on.
No, it's because I was playing Battlefield 6 on the highest settings because I can now.
Did you have to secure boot your PC to play that game?
Full send.
No. Wow. It's like a thing. Everyone's complaining on social because they don't know how to secure boot their PC now.
Living life on the edge.
Yes.
I kind of want to go a little bit into just like before we get into like your content creation side, since that's where everyone knows you for. I kind of want to pick your brain of like what you do in the game. So one, what is your go-to build usually? I know it depends on the game, but what is your go-to usual?
Go-to usual is usually like a stealthy kind of sniper. I mean, I do the same thing in Skyrim. I'm always an archer with a high sneak, and I don't like confrontation, so I just want to get the guy, get the mission. I'll usually do like a high intelligence and like a high charisma as well, so I can talk my way out of all the fetch quests, because I'm not anyone's errand boy.
I mean, honestly, like anytime there's like a stealth aspect of a game, I'm pretty much gonna try to use it because it's so good, it's so powerful. I mean, stealth archer in Skyrim, everyone resorts to that eventually.
Right, and then you get like the multipliers for damage, and you're like, why wouldn't I do this?
Do you have a favorite Fallout weapon of all time?
Oh, I am a big fan of the anti-material rifle. Reach out and touch someone and hit them hard from far away. And I actually got to shoot the real life version of that. Yeah, it was amazing.
Real life anti-material rifle that you shot?
My buddy is, just as diehard about New Vegas as I guess I am. And he made a game accurate, 50 cal anti-material rifle. Got the wood furniture to match and everything. And he's like, "You want to shoot it?" Yeah.
What did you
And
shoot
I got
at?
a slow motion video of me just the concussion. Amazing. It launched everything off the table.
What were you shooting at?
Just outside of Good Springs, kind of, out in Nevada.
Oh.
We were there for that weekend, so it wasn't too far from Good Springs.
Did you shoot it at anything cool, like a car or anything like that?
No, we just had some metal targets. We didn't have any cool like watermelons or anything to explode.
Did your shoulder hurt after shooting that thing? Because it's a 50 cal, so I assume that kickback on that is probably crazy.
No, it had the mount, the bipod, and everything, and a decent little butt pad there.
Dang, I didn't realize that was a 50 caliber weapon. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bullet's like this big. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've got the bullet back here, and it's a big one.
And you just talked about Good Springs. I know that there's like a huge Good Springs event for Fallout. So like I saw that you went, I think last November. So how was that like experience?
Yeah, I've been the last couple years, and every year it gets so much bigger. So much bigger. Like the first year, I think they had maybe like 100 people show up. And then the next year they had like 500 people show up. Then it was a couple thousand. This most recent year, there was 10,000 to 14,000 people that cycled through this tiny little saloon in this little ghost town in Nevada. And I'm sure it's a shock for the community that's like maybe 150 people in that town, having all us nerds just come in, sweep through, ravage the town, and leave bottle caps everywhere.
Mike, how far are you from Good Springs?
Oh gosh, I'll have to look that up real quick because I don't even know where Good Springs is from Nevada. Honestly, I'm only about 40 minutes. Okay, so it's down south. It's like southwest of Vegas.
I feel like you
just got to go through like Quarry Junction.
You need to meet up with that Fallout guy next time.
I'll be down because I always see, because me and my friends are pretty big Fallout guys too. One of my friends is like a huge Fallout fanatic. He even made like a Fallout D&D like campaign that we played once, and that was super fun. And I think if we had an option to do the Good Springs one, I'd totally go.
Oh, was it Rudy?
No. It was one of actual like my real life friends. Rudy doesn't like Fallout, as we've learned.
Yeah, we've learned.
He put League of Legends, as he said, higher than Fallout. Shame.
So after you got into the game, after you decided, you know what, I'm going to be that Fallout guy. I love this game so much. What was the thing or the moment or experience that inspired you to start creating Fallout content in the first place?
Oh man. I had some friends that were doing it, and I'm like, that looks like fun. Yeah, just I'm looking at the interaction that he's getting, and there's just the community behind it, and I'm like, there's other people that want to talk about Fallout nonstop. These are my people. And so I started doing that, and then it evolved into like me doing really big things. Like I'll see like Mrs. Fallout doing little crafts and stuff. I'm like, I want to take that to the next level. I want to do something like the TV back there, do something from the universe that's big. There's other people. There's someone that recreated one of the vehicles from like Fallout 2, and he actually drives it to Good Springs for the Good Springs event. And I'm not there yet, but I would like to be.
Well, what's interesting to me is that you like what separates you, I think, from other content creators. Because I put myself in your shoes, right? Like if I was into a video game, like in my mind, if I was like, okay, I'm gonna start creating content about this game because I like this game, I would just play the video game, and like stream it. But you decided, you know what, I'm gonna get into physically creating all these DIY crafts, and you basically did the opposite of what I think a lot of people would do. Like what was the reason for that? Why did you decide, you know what, I'm gonna actually do these crafts, I'm not just gonna play the game?
I felt I wanted to immerse myself more than just playing the game. And so I felt that was just the best way to do it, is to bring some of these things to real life and get to live Fallout. I play other games, believe it or not, but Fallout's the one that I thought was the most aesthetically pleasing. And I just love that era, the mid-century thing. It's like, I don't know where we went wrong, but that was like the top tier of style and design. It's just been downhill from there.
Yeah, like I feel like 1955 was peak, was just peak Americana, right?
Here.
So you got into this whole crafts business, right? Did you expect it to become your thing? Like where you're like, I'm just gonna, keep making more and more crafts from the start, or did it evolve into that?
It just kind of naturally evolved into that. I didn't actually expect to get any sort of following to the point where I'm, making business cards for follow me, I got socials, follow me. This and that, but I would spend so much time like looking for collectibles, and I'm like, people don't know that there's all these collectibles for Fallout. If I didn't know, these people don't, I'm gonna post about this. Like, and to talk to more fans about where you can find more Fallout collectibles. And my inbox is always full.
It's a good problem.
I mean, great problem to have. Do you know? So, out of all the things that you've crafted, I mean, I'm looking on your Instagram page, and you've made so much stuff. And I mean, look at behind you. You have all these like collectibles and artwork and everything like that. Do you know what's like the hardest thing you've like had to acquire or craft?
Oh God. The stuff from the very first like early games is the hardest stuff to find. The early stuff is only given to the developers. And so there wasn't like a huge market for the merch back then. So there's one of the things that I'm dying to get that I'll never be able to get is the gecko in a can, and it was given to the developers. There's also a gas mask. It kind of looks like a trophy, but it's like a vintage gas mask that's just on a stand, which was also given to the developers. And stuff like that, I'm just never going to get my hands on it. I think one of the hardest things to get, I've got Todd Howard's autograph. I actually got that twice now since I ran into him at the Fallout show premiere in Hollywood. So I got that signed myself, as well as some other developers. And I also had a Fallout 3 developer shirt that they wore at the studio. It still smelled like nerds, and I loved it.
Actually, Philnix actually asked a question. Do you 3D print a lot of the stuff that you make, or do you like hand make it from like the hardware store?
Oh, I used to print a lot of the stuff. I had like an almost 1-to-1 scale Deathclaw skull that I printed and painted myself. It was a pain in the butt to assemble. I've got 2 3D printers, and they're just in the garage right now. They put off more heat than my computer does, so I didn't like to run them in here. But for some cosplay, leaning into the official merch side, because if I started doing a lot of the fan-made stuff or personal things, I would just run out of room. I'm already out of room in here.
I was gonna say, do you even have any space for more stuff? Out of all the content that you've made, what is the one you're most proud of? And why is it this podcast?
The one I'm most proud of is probably not even Fallout related. I think it is one of the videos I made for NZXT, because it really forced me to push myself outside of my comfort zone, creatively, and try something new. And it was a big risk that I took, and it seemed to, get a lot of attention. It was just that simple video of me assembling my wife's computer, but I broke out my old Canon Rebel T3i. I was getting some cool shots and messing with the aperture and time values and stuff. And I got a lazy Susan. And the funny thing about that video is when you see that computer turning, I'm under that table doing that lazy Susan manually, because I'm broke and I can't afford a motorized one. So yeah, I'm under that table turning the lazy Susan.
I have a lazy mic right there behind me. I don't know if you see it. I don't call it Susan, just call it my lazy mic. What does your creative process look like when you're planning new content?
There's a process. There's supposed to be a process.
Funny you say that, because Mike and I talk about that all the time on, like, for social media. Like, there's like this meme, right? It's like a bell curve, and on the left is you don't need a social media strategy, and then at the very top of the bell curve is you need a social media strategy, and then at the far right of the bell curve is you don't need a social media strategy. And I feel like, it definitely is needed at times, but I think the most of the time you just create content and throw it out there and see what happens, right? Are you doing the same thing as us?
Yeah, just throw it at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah.
And whatever sticks, just kind of lean into that and roll with it. And it's really weird sometimes what sticks.
It's always the dumbest thing, like a chinchilla.
It's like the low effort videos really pop off, and I'm like, why? Why try?
Yeah. It's interesting how the internet works. How do you keep things fresh though with like, especially because you have to be that Fallout guy. So how do you create content that's fresh for your audience?
I wouldn't. Oh man, that's I wouldn't like to say that I'm always the freshest of things. I might take a different spin on something that's already been done that I felt they really thing that someone else has done, or I want to take something to the next level, like where I want to go with the computers right now. I see a lot of other PC builders out there just putting PCs together, and like I cut out some stickers and stuck it on the glass, and I color coordinated the case. That's where I want to start, just really pushing the boundaries there, and painting cases and getting really artistic with it. As popular as some of these other computers are, I've done some pretty simple builds myself, just throwing some fan covers on it, doing vinyl and glass, color coordinating, not bashing that. So next level, and capitalize on what they didn't.
Have you ever once thought, I'm gonna try out another game. Maybe there's more to life than Fallout. You ever thought about any other game?
No, because I've compiled a big list here of reasons why Fallout's the best game ever.
You wouldn't want to be that Minecraft guy or anything like that? No?
No. We don't do that.
I feel like you kind of have no choice at this point, right?
Yeah, average Gur said that Roblox guy. I mean, that's a way to transition into. You can go to Roblox.
That Frogger guy.
But I mean, I guess one reason why you have to kind of stay in the Fallout thing is that you're an actual Bethesda ambassador. So like, how was that? Like, what was it like to become an actual, like, to be recognized by them?
I mean, it's basically anyone can apply. It's not like some prestigious kind of position. It was an invitation through a friend, and I can get discount codes for the Bethesda Gear store, and that has actually kept me in the collecting game. Because I'm a father of 2 kids, and they're both under the age of 5, so that gets expensive real quick, as well as computer. Yes, being able to get some commissions, someone gets a discount code, I get a commission, everyone's happy. And that keeps me able to do content on the collectibles that come out from that gear store. Otherwise, I definitely wouldn't have been able to afford a lot of this and provide items for giveaways.
Or mail us items. You mailed us boxes of stuff too. What do you think is something that a lot of people misunderstand about being a content creator in the gaming space?
I don't know. Just maybe the amount of editing that goes into videos. Like you guys see the 1 minute or the 3 minute version of everything that's condensed and edited. We threw music to it, we subtitled it, made cool transitions and stuff like that. But you don't see behind the scenes, me spinning the lazy Susan from underneath the table and doing all these stupid things to get really cool shots. That 3 minute video took 3 to 4 hours of filming and setup, and then editing, if not more time. So you guys get the super condensed, like 1% of the time spent to create that video.
Mike can confirm it's a grind.
Yeah, especially like there'll be times where you're like, I need to do this, but like the creativity is, it's like trying to squeeze a sponge that's already dry. It's like I'm burned out, or like I don't know if I can do this, and that's probably one of the hardest parts. You always have to be creative, and you can't just like go, oh, you know what, I kind of want to do this. It's like, no, I have to do this.
Exactly. Like I've already gotten all the footage I needed from my Orlando trip at the GCX event over at Universal. I have all that footage. Do I have the energy to compile it all and make it look nice? No, I've got 2 kids. I shot the footage for the Doom 5080 GPU bundle. Same story. I don't have the energy
When you were at this Fallout Legends red carpet event, how did you even bump into Todd Howard?
One of my followers just gave me a heads up. He's like, "Hey, there's this website called One Iota, and you can get free tickets to the Fallout premiere in Hollywood." I'm like, "This sounds too good to be true, but let's go for it." And honestly, didn't know what to expect. Never been to a red carpet premiere of any kind, obviously. And I didn't know half of the actors that were there. I'm like, I don't know if you're like a main character in this. Should I be trying to get your autograph right now? And then you're the guy. You're little. I want your autograph.
How do you think the show treated the lore and tone of the game?
Oh God. I'm gonna say I appreciate it for what it is. They did retcon some stuff. I'm not gonna go hard into that because I'm not super familiar with the very early games. To be able to say like that's wrong. You've got those fans out there that will pick the show apart, and I just wanted to take it at face value for what it was. Appreciate that we got a Fallout show, and that they seemingly did it enough justice, to awards that it's gotten. They weren't just handed those awards.
Gosh, we grew up with awful video game, TV show, and movie adaptations where you're just like, this is awful, right? This, like, we're on the cusp of people are figuring out how to make these shows like Fallout, Arcane, like Castlevania. Like, these are good shows that, like, honestly deserve their roses. I'm glad that Fallout actually was able to do that well. Gosh, who's that actress's name? I cannot remember her name. She was fantastic.
Ella Purnell?
Yeah. Fantastic. Season
I
2
missed her autograph.
Oh, dude.
I was so mad. She was there. She walked right past me. I'm like, oh. But I got the Overseer Hanks. I got Maximus. I got Ma June. I got Todd Howard all in my little orange bandana. Like, this is good.
That's good. That's great. And I guess another thing is, you did the red carpet event, and is there anything that comes to mind about any cool moments or collaborations that you've recently done? I know you just met Scotty K Fitness, he's been one of my favorite content creators for a long time now. I know he's a big Fallout guy too. So do you have any other ones that like really stood out to you?
Gosh, I've got so many friends. It's hard to just pick one of them. I got to meet some of these other people in person. I've got a buddy who runs a podcast. It's the Chad Fallout podcast. It's a 76 show. He's always got like voice actors from the games coming on there. It's always great to see him. I've got a buddy, BioWagon. He does all sorts of different things, and I saw him in Orlando as well. And it's funny because he came from San Diego to be there, so we were both traveling across the entire United States to be there. And it's good to see some familiar faces in a strange place like Florida.
And I can see it right now on your arm. We have to talk about the tattoos. We have to talk about this. So I'm going to show the audience like how amazing these tattoos are. This looks incredible. Was this like your first tattoo, or was this like you have other tattoos and then you eventually made this one?
I've got, let's see, I got both my calves done, and then I've got a little little chesty bit there. And then I decided I'm ready for a sleeve, and I want it full color. I want like just masterpiece. And I spent months looking for the perfect artist that was willing to tolerate me and my nitpicking for accuracy and crazy requests.
I actually got to see this tattoo in person, and it's amazing. Like whoever whoever you found to do this, man, like they nailed it. They did a great job. And what blew my mind though, it was that it's glow in the dark.
Yeah, it's UV.
Oh yeah,
I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah, I got some extra rads from putting in UV ink.
It's like that's
maybe
like
my
such,
arm will fall off a
it's
few
like
years
such a
from
cool
now.
thing for a Fallout tattoo, right? Making it glow like that.
If I'm gonna get a Fallout tattoo, I'm gonna commit and get the radiation.
How long did that sleeve take?
All in all, probably nearly 50 hours. I was there every couple weeks for like 2 months, maybe 3 months. Which, as soon as some part of it would heal, we'd bounce over to another section of it. And I found out I'm highly allergic to the second skin adhesive on that like clear bandage that they put over you.
That you're allergic to that?
Super allergic because I kept breaking out in a rash. And so he'd have to like go and touch up the part where it got torn up from the stinking rash. And I had like pus coming out. So I'm like, I want to get my other sleeve done, but I'm not ready to deal with that rash again and try to like carefully manage and clean it. You just got to be very careful when caring for a tattoo.
Yeah.
Something with a lot of detail like that.
I mean, I want to just know. So you did 50 hours. So one, you made this design yourself, right? Like you like did all the, or did you get like help from the artist and stuff? Like, I want these things, and where should I put these?
I had a bunch of screenshots of things specifically from New Vegas that I wanted to. That's just what made the cut. There were still 10 other images that I really wanted to incorporate, but he's like, this is what's gonna happen. It's gonna flow. The other stuff would just kind of make it look out of place. So it was a real collaborative effort between, going back and forth here. But he was super understanding. He designed he reworked what I gave him and then pieced it together as what would fit. And there was actually a cover up behind the helmet of one of my previous tattoos. It was just a spur of the moment kind of, let's go get tattoos kind of thing. That got covered up.
You mentioned that you wanted to get your other sleeve done. What are you going to put on that one?
Fallout 3. I should have started with Fallout 3 since that's the game I started with. So I'm actively piecing together, screenshots of what I want to be involved in that one. But it's kind of like this one's telling a story kind of up my arm and leading all the way up to Vault 22. I think that's Vault 22 with the plants. So
if you need any tattoo ideas, I recommend shaving your head and then just doing a big radiation symbol up there.
Way ahead of you.
Oh, all you need is the tattoo then.
Yeah.
Do you have any other things planned other than the other sleeve, or are you get like a cool leg one, chest, of anything Fallout related after that, or is it really Fallout 3 Fallout in New Vegas?
It's pretty much the sleeve, and then I wanted to go across the chest as well. Financially, that's just not something I can do right now. And it's, you know, there's not a lot of tattoo artists that just want to do that for free. As much as I would like to think there are, but
Michael do it for free, but it won't be good.
I'll do it the old school way where like you have the needle, you go. That's why I'll do it. I'll do it that way. No idea how to do it, but I'll do it free.
yeah, just have a lot of caffeine. Your hand will just be doing that automatically. You're just ready to go.
Yeah, I'm a surgeon. I'm a surgeon. Don't worry, I got you.
Trust the process.
Besides Fallout content, the other thing that you're known for is your gaming setup, I would say. Mike, can you pull up their setup?
Oh yeah.
See what this thing looks like.
Look at this beauty.
This is one of the cleanest, if not the cleanest setups I've ever seen. How long did it take you to put all this together?
Not super long. I mean, I think I spent more time trying to find the desks that I wanted than the actual like assembly and cable management, because I'm super indecisive. And I'm like, if I get these desks, I'm stuck with them for at least a year or two. Otherwise, my wife will kill me for buying more desks. Before this setup here, I had standing desks, which were nice. You get to do the cool standing desk thing, but I was so limited by the drawer space and obviously the top real estate. And with the just the ever expanding computer peripherals and stuff, I needed more real estate up top.
Can you walk us through your setup? Let people know what you're working with here.
Walk you through my setup.
Yeah.
Just with the basic computer stuff here. Like,
yeah. What are your specs? What are you running there?
Oh gosh. Currently, I don't think you have any media of it, but I have that new Doom 5080, the Astral, in there. And that's inside the H9 Flow RGB Plus with the 420 fans, 9 of them in there. And then got an MSI EP or whatever it is. I think like 64 gigs of RAM with an i7 12th gen processor.
Not bad, not bad.
With the brand new Kraken 420.
What did you think about that case when you're building it? That's our newest case. I gotta know what you think about it.
Well, my favorite case has been the H6.
Okay.
And so when I saw this, I'm like, it's just bigger.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We actually showed it to you in person before we released it, right?
Yeah, I saw another one that I was too focused on that. I thought this was just another H6.
Yeah.
I was in the back of the crowd there. So I saw the other one and I'm like, well, that's cool. And so that's the one I thought I was going to be getting. Oh, that's a neat little one right there. And then I saw the picture of this one. I'm like, it's the H6 Flow, but bigger. It can fit the 420 fans in here. I need that.
And then I mean, I'm staring at this setup right now, and it's like, honestly, I've been literally like yesterday, I was like, man, I really need to redo my setup because like I've been rating people's setups and been like, oh, you need to do it. And I look at mine, I'm like, dang, my thing is like a mess. I got wires.
Talk.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. So I'm wondering what was like the most chaotic part about making this whole setup? Like, was it dealing the cable management, or was there was like something that it was just like having issues with?
Definitely the cable management, because I've got all the lights behind there and everything, and I actually need to wall mount the power strips, because what you guys can't see with my wife's setup is the big power strip that's at her feet. You can't see mine because I pushed my power strip over to the side of my desk, and now that one's pushing out her power strip. So it's her problem. So I'm going to be the good husband and wall mount the power strip so it's not at her feet anymore. And we also have a kitten that is going to be a kitten and mess with the cables. So it's just a safer thing to do anyways.
Would you say you prioritize aesthetics or function when it comes to the setup? Since you have your power strip at your wife's feet, I'm assuming it's function.
I'd like to say that I prioritize them equally. I don't want to say that one outweighs the other. I want everything to be very functional, very user-friendly, comfortable, because that's the main thing about having the dual setup, is that we promised each other when we got married we would always have together. And so I want to keep my promise. I want to make her feel comfortable and welcome. And it's not my room, it's our room. And that's why we've got the dual TVs back here. We've got the Series X's, and this room has gone through so many different evolutions. And I think there was a point where she didn't feel comfortable in here. That the furniture wasn't comfortable, and she just had our child, and there were just other features of the room that it was hard to actually get her properly situated, I should say.
And I'm interested too, like, you made that promise, but was that promise actually in your wedding vows?
We didn't have a wedding.
Oh, there you go.
We just did a, courthouse, and then we had a reception after her family was like, what?
Well, you did it in the courthouse. Technically, you have to make her happy now. So
Yeah.
GG's.
So that was my commitment, is to always have an inviting gaming area for her, a little safe space. She can work on her computer, do her schoolwork, all that. She's a teacher. She can do all her grading on there. It's just more practical than just having a console to work with.
Can you imagine your teacher, Mike, grading your paper surrounded by all this Fallout stuff?
Now I'm wondering, like, if that ever crosses the little high schooler's mind.
Like, imagine a kid that just got into Fallout, and then it's like, oh yeah, like my teacher has one of the biggest Fallout collections. It's one of the cool. Like, I won't. If I was a kid and I just started like Fallout, I'd go crazy.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, we just went to that Orlando event. That was the first time she's been to a Fallout event of any kind. And so I'm sure when her students see her in that Vault Dweller suit, and they're just like, oh, I just got into Fallout, and then they see their math teacher in a Vault suit, they're just
like, what's going on? That's funny. All right, so now it's time for my favorite part of the show. It's where Mike asks you his rapid fire questions. All right, Mike, take it away.
All righty, let's get it going. So we'll move back just for a second from Fallout in general. But are you playing any games other than Fallout as of right now?
Oh man, yes, I have been bouncing between the Oblivion remaster, Doom, Dark Ages, and yesterday I don't play PvP at all, and so I got the open beta access for Battlefield 6. That was the first time I played PvP. I don't know how long, and I think it was maybe like my third or fourth round. I had 50 something kills and only 5 deaths. Maybe this is something I should get back into.
What the heck?
And of course I was doing sniper stuff.
Got it. I have, yeah. I'm very excited for Battlefield 6 because, like, I mean, for someone, I've been a first person shooter guy for most of my life, and once everything got into this like omni movement, like you're gliding onto walls and stuff like that, I'm like, this is too much for my little brain. So when it's like kind of like an old school style sprint shoot, respawn, like I feel like it's so I like that. It's so much simpler and a lot easier to
raw.
What do you have a game that you'd recommend to everyone right now?
Oh man, I would have to say Battlefield 6. I feel like there's other games that are just slept on, but that'd be going far back, because there are some games that are just super overlooked historically, like that I played on the original Xbox, that didn't get the attention I felt they deserved.
And actually that actually leads to the next one, is thinking back towards your childhood or lifetime gaming. Is there a game that you'd like to remake?
The Suffering.
Which one?
I don't know if you've heard about that one. Oh, here it comes. He's gonna look it up. It's a dark one. It's very Silent Hilly kind of.
That's what I was about to say. This reminds me of a little Silent Hill because of the monsters and everything.
And then it's kind of, oh gosh, what's that? Oh, I can't think of the name. It's got was it Prisoner? It was like a PlayStation game. Oh, I can't think of the name now. Gosh. But yes, this was made by Midway, I believe. And the first one was phenomenal. And then I equally loved the second one. And it's very hard to have a sequel to a game that you really fell in love with, and then you find out you love it as much, if not more.
Love that. All right. I think there's some people in the chat that never play Fallout. So if you had to convince someone to play Fallout, what would you say? Like, would you say like what game would you start, or like what was your pitch speed to them?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would say, given the world's current events and where we're going to be going, Fallout may prepare you better for your future.
That's a great pitch, honestly. Now I think about it, that's a great pitch. Like, this is like the zombie survival guide book, but
right?
Fallout nuclear winter kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's like you got to start preparing for radiation and gathering supplies and what you should be looking for in a shelter.
I love that. If you could rewrite or reimagine one of the storylines in the Fallout series, is there something that you would have wanted or done differently?
I would have gone a very different route with Fallout 4.
Same.
Because I felt, Fallout 3, you're looking for your dad. Fallout New Vegas, you're looking for revenge. Fallout 4, I'm looking for my son. I mean, everyone's looking for their family.
Yeah.
So pick a different route. Maybe leave out the son part and focus on specifically the Institute right off the bat. Completely remove the family aspect from it. Like, you want to hunt down the Institute because they are swapping people out.
Oh, I actually did really like that aspect. Like when you first got to, oh God, what's the main city? I can't remember.
Diamond City.
Yeah, and then like you see like the standoff between the guys like, I'm not a synth, that I think would have been a great thing. That's the thing I wish happened, was if Fallout New Vegas, because Fallout New Vegas is by far my favorite, the storyline and everything, if they had the same mechanics, like game mechanics as Fallout 4, I think I think that would be my favorite game of all time. I just wish that Fallout
Right.
New Vegas had more update. I mean, it's an old game. I can't blame it, but if it had like updated gameplay, oh yeah, count me in.
Mhm.
Do you have-
That's what I was hoping to get with the Fallout mod pack, the wild
Mhm.
card, I think it's called. Just the graphics looked super updated. There were a bunch of new mechanics that were implemented, and once I get around to finding the time to install, hopefully it's similar.
Do you have any feature or like thing that you would hope that Fallout 5 includes? Because I know they're working on it.
I would like the ability to put make anywhere a settlement. And I know that's going to sound very six of me to say, and I don't necessarily like 76. I'm not going to bash it, but it's not my thing. But I would like to be able to utilize whatever existing building is there, fortify it, my stinking settlement from the ground up, but rework a building. You know, if you're going to be camping out there for a night, if it's going to be your permanent settlement, whatever your needs may be. But pick an existing structure and be able to work specifically with the features of that structure and really capitalize on the defense that it already naturally provides.
I like that actually. If oh, what is your favorite Fallout lore? I've been getting into a lot of lore stuff recently. So, what is your favorite piece of lore?
Oh, gosh. You know, I love the vaults. Like a lot of the people take vault tech at face value and they don't realize when they like repost the vault tech logo that that's basically like reposting the devil because vault tech is running all these experiments, the dwellers of the vault. So you're just promoting your support for that kind of corporation. And I feel a lot of people just overlook that. And that's my favorite thing to look into is all the vaults, all the experiments, and all the messed up things that they thought they could get away with. And they didn't think would ever come to the surface, come to light. So just the vaults in general.
I mean, I know that we made a Fallout case recently, but if you had to design a Fallout themed NZXT case, what would your theme be then?
I've been begging to do that. I want to go and do a Pip-Boy theme. I think it's a pretty universal thing kind of across the game. So it wouldn't be just like a specific game. I know the Pip-Boy in Fallout 4 is tan, but like the rest of them have kind of been like green-ish. So I want to do something to kind of match the Elgato arm here, and the Stream Decks and all that stuff. So I think that's the route I would go with it. I almost did that with my own case. And now I'm like, if I can go through and design an actual NZXT case, that's what I would do. I would take it the Pip-Boy route.
That actually sounds pretty cool. I actually just looked up. I was like, I wonder if anyone's made a Pip-Boy case. And then
There's a couple.
yeah, someone actually like made like a Pip-Boy and like they put like a PC inside of it. And I'm like, that is pretty sick. I love that. The creativity of like people doing this stuff is pretty sick. Like there's a Fusion Core one. You know, there needs to be more Fallout stuff in the universe that people can get.
I think if I were to do a water cooled build, I would go like the at the very end. I think it's episode 8 when you see the cold fusion, actually like a little capsule turn, open up, and then you see the bubbles and everything. I would channel that into a water cooled build, so it'd be like the blue, and then you have Vault Tech, and it wouldn't be just like in your face Vault Tech, but all that energy being harnessed at once. into a PC.
I like that.
I'll buy it.
I'd buy that instantly. Okay. Would you rather fight one Deathclaw sized Radroach or 100 Radroach sized Deathclaws?
Give me the single roach.
Oh, Deathclaw sized Radroach? That's terrifying, Bill.
I will learn how to ride that thing. I'm not going to be walking the wasteland. I'm going to make that Radroach my transportation.
Honestly, you could probably work with this. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize like a life-size Radroach, like just regular size Radroach, is like they're like half your size alone.
Mm.
I didn't realize
so
that.
Already halfway there. Let's go.
Yeah, there you go. You can make it. You can like make it a little horse. I like that.
Yeah, it's like just a crunchy little surfboard.
Ugh. I don't know. I don't like how you included crunchy into that. All right, I got two more fun little questionnaires. Okay, so this one's gonna be. I asked the Chilla this, and I think it's a very fun question. Okay, I give you $1 million. Here, like here's a 1 million, but for once a month for a year, so you got 12 times you're gonna have this happen. You will be attacked by an animal at random. You will be given a weapon corresponding to that animal's danger level. So you could be lucky and you could just get like a little ant and just go, okay, well, that I don't need it. Or you could be unlucky and then you have to fight like an orangutan and then you have to like you get like a little like boxing glove or something like that.
I mean, I've got $1 million. I can prepare myself a little.
Yeah, like you could just like prep like an area that you can fight with.
Yeah, just calling some backup right then and there. So I'll do it.
You do it?
I don't leave the house much anyways, so I think I'm pretty safe.
I mean, $1 million is a lot of money. Ivan, would you do it?
I think so.
You could be real lucky. You just get like little animals, or then you could get real unlucky, and then 12 times you're fighting like a brown bear, and you're like, oh gosh.
You don't want to know the things I would do for $1 million, Mike.
I kind of want to know now.
All right.
I'll save it for another podcast, the After Dark podcast.
All right, I got a fun. I found this on the Reddit thread of Would You Rather, and it's a little thick, but it's a very interesting one. So, okay, would you rather have everything under $1,000 be free of charge? Food, you're buying some clothes or whatever. Anything under $1,000, easy, for free. Or once a year, you can legally steal any physical object you want. And there's a bunch of like stipulations with this. I'll go into them. For the $1,000 for 1K item, you can't give it away or profit from it. You're just taking it. So you can't sell it. So that's the big thing. You can't sell it. Yeah, you can't like gamble or bet, or you can't use it to make money. It's just you're just taking the $1,000 item. You can steal. And then the total bill has to be $1,000 under, no matter what. You can do an individual item that's worth $1,000, but if you have two items that are worth $600, does not work. And then for the stealing, you can do one item per year. It's a physical item. You won't get in any trouble whatsoever. So like you can go into a bank vault, and if there's a gold bar lying down, you can just take it. However, if like the object is combining other objects, so there's a sack of gold bars, that is okay as well. So that's the fun one I found. I was like, oh man, I actually don't know which one I would like more. $1,000 under, or like you could just take one. You could steal a super rare diamond that's worth millions of dollars and do it once a year. So it's like,
That seems like a lot more work. I think I just want to take the $1,000 item, whatever, whenever I need it. Trying to get whatever the $1 million infinite item, that's way too much work. I'm a parent. if I need to get some school clothes, if I need a medical bill, done. Gas for my car, done.
But does the $1,000 does the 1,000 item thing? Does that mean you can only get it once? It's like you can only get free gas once. You can only get a free hamburger once, etc.
I think in this stipulation, it's you can repeat it, so you do like the $1,000 gas. But if you had to do it only one time, like you only do gas one time and food one time, and maybe I don't know then, because then
I feel like I would run out of things after like a week. Be like, all right, I got a free meal, I got free gas, got my shoes. What else can you get under $1,000 nowadays?
You get clothes. You basically stack it up to 1,000, and that's it. Now that changes things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't know, taking that one stolen item and then trying to find a buyer for it, whatever you're gonna do with it. That's, I don't know.
You asked a good question, Mike.
Yeah, I was okay. I think I would do the one item. I think I would just go all big and go home. Like I go to like a car auction sale that's like there's like the one of 4 Lamborghinis. I just go touch, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna sell this later. Yeah, I think I do that for fun. Ivan, which one would you do? The $1,000 limited one or the one item?
So I had another question too about the one item thing. So you said you could steal it. Does this mean you still have to, like, for example, like break into the car and like hotwire it to take it off the lot?
You have to be able to touch it. You have to touch it. So like you can't just think, oh, I'm gonna steal a quadrillion dollars from the bank. You have to like get into the actual place, like the vault, and touch it.
And you can sell it.
And then you can sell it for later. Yes.
Then I would do that option, and I would just touch a house every year on my birthday, and then flip the house basically.
Yeah.
Could you walk up to a bank and be like, this bank is mine and all of its contents?
I would say it has to be like a physical, like it has to be like a title, like a deed to the house, I would say. So like if you could get a way to touch the deed to the house, I'd say that's yours.
What would happen?
A bank would be interesting.
What would happen if I touched you, Mike? If I just poked you?
No, it's an inanimate object. That was actually a stipulation.
Exactly.
No. Someone in the chat said the Mona Lisa. That would be insane. You just walk up to the Mona Lisa, you just go, I'd like to take this. Mine. That would be kind of interesting. Now I'm really on board with the 1 million now, because like I can steal like a house, flip that.
There are more options.
Yeah. I think that is it on the rapid fire. I'm going to do a quick couple announcements, and then I'm going to hand it back over to you, Mr. Fallout, because I got some fun stuff for you after. But first, just a couple announcements, and then I'll give you guys the extra code word as well. We have the NZXT Intel Club. It is popping now. So special thanks to Intel, and thanks to Ivan for working with them, because they are giving you guys a ton of free stuff. Like we are giving away shirts, plushies, gift cards, and like Ivan said at the beginning of the podcast, a free PC. And I know you guys like free PCs, because every DM I get at least 2 to 3, 4 to 5 a day of just, can I get a free something? So it is free. So go to nzxt.co/club or !club in the chat. You can see Harbor Quest, that little mod that we have here. You basically sign up and you participate in our community, and that will earn you Poochie points. And the more points that you guys earn, the more entries you get into the giveaway. So you guys, if you guys want more entries and more chances to win more free stuff, start now. And you can see some people are participating by watching the NZXT podcast. They're getting Poochie points. You can comment, like our posts or anything like that. That gives you points. Start now, ASAP. NZXT.co/club. Right meow. Yes. We just launched a bunch of new stuff. We have a new micro ATX H3 flow, since I know a lot of people have been wanting micro cases for a while. Our newly updated H9 flow, which Mr. The Fallout Guy has, a Kraken Elite 420, which he also has, and then a line of Kraken Plus coolers available at 240, 280, and 360 millimeters. So you can take a look at nzxc.co/new stuff or exclamation point new stuff in chat. Okay, and then John, do you have like anything exciting in the future that you want to like shout out to the audience, like they have them take a look out for, anything like that? Any events?
I would say that I'm trying to partner up with some organizations to do, custom cases and maybe even a full blown PC. And I want to start doing giveaways for these, works of art that I kind of want to put together myself. I feel the community I'm here because of the community. So I wanted to do something to give back. And, I've done some things in the past with some power armor helmets, painting those for charity. And I'm here because of gamers. So I want to give someone a computer once I have the means to do that. And I want them to have a computer that they want to show off, that's a one-of-one kind of computer.
We should do it, and you should give it to me.
If they really don't already have a computer to work with, I want them to have just something to blow them out of the water. So I will be doing cases, and hopefully sometime in the near future, I can do full PCs.
That'd be awesome.
And
right.
I guess a way to do that is, where can they message you or find you online?
My Gmail's in basically all my bios. My link tree's there. Hopefully word of mouth is also, getting around and people talking and be like, oh, I know someone who wants to build PCs and do giveaways for charity. Like, I just got connected with Regiment, the veterans, gaming community. And they do some custom gaming PCs they give away. They unfortunately already have someone that they work with, but maybe I can contact them and do like a collaboration. I'll do the fancy case and they can provide the components themselves and go from there.
Cool. That would be awesome. All right. Lastly, for those of you who have stuck around until the end of the show and are waiting for that secret word, we're going to ask that Fallout guy to come up with the secret word on the spot. And that's going to be the secret word for y'all. So that Fallout guy, what is today's secret word?
Radiation.
Love that.
We need an air raid siren.
I mean, I guess that's the closest we got. All right, everyone. That is the code word, is radiation. Please refresh your gleams now, because I just updated. So please refresh your gleams, because I just updated that. So thank you so much, John, for joining us today. Like, seriously, this was awesome. I love seeing your content on our feed and everything like that. Better get your bananas for the radiation. And do you have any last minute things you want to say to our audience before I end the podcast?
No, just thanks for having me, and thanks for, reaching out. And I know Sage the Plug is going to be mad if I don't say late, but you were not overlooked.
Oh, I was hoping you overlooked them.
No, not a chance.
Well, thank you so much. And you guys can catch him on his socials, exclamation point Fallout in the chat. You guys find his link tree there. So thank you for joining us. Thank you all for watching. And remember to tune in live on Fridays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the official NCC Twitch. And don't forget to listen to previous episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and SoundCloud. If you've got any questions for us, send an email to podcast@ncc.com or tag @NCC on social media platforms. Thank you, That Fallout Guy, for joining us today, and have a very safe and non-radiation weekend. Goodbye, everyone.
Unrated. Pack your Rad X and rad away.
There you go.